Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Hope&Heart Podcast. My name is Jen.
And my name is Kim.
And today we have an interesting topic, and it's a continuation from the How to Let Go and Move On episode that we did last time. Today we are going to talk about how to handle or how to deal with rejection.
All right, so dealing with rejection can be a very painful thing to deal
Mm.
with. I remember when I was back in high school and I really liked this guy. Like when I tell you really liked him, I really liked him. He was tall,
Like him,
handsome,
like him.
yes, dark skin, because that's what I like. Honey is out
Yes.
there and like tall and he's muscular, for a middle schooler. And I'm like, okay, he's very attractive. And I believe he knew, but he wanted my friend instead. So that was very
Ooh.
hard. Yeah, exactly. And young love, you know how that feels, right? So it's like your young world is coming to an end, kind of like. Um, but eventually, you just kind of get over it. You kind of just move on from that specific thing, right? So I would say like rejection can be anything. It can be with a person, it can be a college or university application or a job interview that you get rejected from. But if
Mhm.
you kind of like look at the positive things, the positivity in it, maybe that someone or something wasn't meant for you. Maybe you were just meant to get something even better,
Mhm.
right? So
Yeah,
yeah.
because with rejection, sometimes you feel like rejection from other people or
Yeah.
like a job,
Yeah.
you feel like you weren't good enough. You
Yeah.
weren't good enough for someone, for something, and it could lead
Exactly.
you to negative thoughts and
Yeah.
negative feelings about yourself. And then
Yes.
you literally would have physical pain, like you could have like an anxiety,
Yeah.
headache. It's
Yeah.
like what is it called? Fight or flight situation
Yes.
type of thing, right? And in my case, like when I was younger, it
Mhm.
is more so rejection from a lot of auditions that I
Oh,
did and a
right.
lot of competitions that I joined, and I failed because I believe that
Yeah.
rejection could also be a failure if you think about
Yes.
it. If
For
you
sure.
really wanted something and you got rejected,
Hmm.
it would hurt.
Yes.
But I remember I have a friend where she was desperately looking for an escape, like from her job, and she really
Hmm.
wanted this type of job. And I'm like, it's okay if this is for you.
Hmm.
In God's time, it's going to come. Unfortunately, she got rejected from the job that she
Hmm.
applied for.
Oh no.
But the positive thing with that is she accepted it. It hurt
Yes.
in the beginning, but she accepted it, and she believed that God, I know the answer right now is
Hmm.
no. So I am going to trust you that you will give me something better. You will give
Yeah.
me something that would be more fulfilling. And now
Exactly.
she is like so much happier, and it's like her life's
Yeah.
testimony she always tells me. And she's like, remember this day, or remember that time
Mhm.
when like I cried to you and
Yeah.
I was saying I got rejected, but now because of that rejection I had
Yeah.
this. So yeah, with hurt, like sometimes there's a positive outcome with the full acceptance from that rejection.
Right. And I like that her testimony turned out to be something so positive.
Mhm.
Right. And exactly what I was saying. Like sometimes it's like what you want is not the will that God has for your life. Like, trust me, like
I
you
love that.
might be so small minded and try to say, okay, like this is what I want to do. And like when there is that kind of rejection from,
Yeah.
I would say, society, let's just say, it's
Mm.
like you feel like your world is crashing down, but really I feel like God is saying, no, I have better for you.
Yeah.
Just wait, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
Yeah.
And then it can be very hard, right? And it can be very troubling, it can be very, as you said, like depressing, as you said, anxiety. There's so much things that can arise in our minds because it's all about our mindset, right? So if we're thinking negatively because of the rejection, we're gonna give off that negative vibes, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's hard. Yes,
Yeah.
for sure. Like we all been there, done that, right? Like even like for the young people, like that are going to high school and college and stuff like that, you know, you
Mhm.
might want to be in that specific group where you see like all these people who you consider like popular, you know,
Yeah.
and these people that like, you know, I've been in high school, you know, and the high school that I went to was kind of like
There are
yeah.
people that are like right here,
Exactly,
and then you're kind
exactly.
of like, whatever.
Right, exactly. So like when I first went to high school, obviously I had my clique, right? But it's just like you see all the people who are like out there. I'm like, oh, I want that, you know, like.
Yeah.
But like I just felt like it. You know, when you just feel like it's not for you. Like so, I say don't be afraid of rejection, right? Like it happens to the best of us, even
Mhm.
those people who are like big and like prosper. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Everybody has to
Yes.
start somewhere,
Hmm.
right? You
Yeah,
start
and then
from the
when you get,
bottom, you go to the
yeah,
top. Yeah,
you're right. I love that.
exactly.
And then when you get rejected, you have this opportunity to reflect on
Hmm.
that experience,
Yes, exactly.
right? Because like where would I go from here? Or
Hmm.
what did I do wrong? Or what could I
Right,
improve? Or something like that. And I
exactly.
believe that with like with rejection, sometimes it's because we put all of our energy into one
Think,
person and
yeah,
we are not or one thing and we are
yeah,
not like
yeah.
leaving anything for ourselves.
That's
Like, for
true.
example, if you get into that relationship, all of your time and effort, you don't you don't like give
Hmm.
your self-care or like give
Yeah,
yourself some love or even
yeah,
like comb
it's
your hair
true. Yeah,
or stuff like that. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Um, yeah, and then that's why there's pressure. That's why when something negative happens, you fall apart because all your eggs are in one basket and that you don't
yeah.
know what happens or like where to go from there.
Right.
And so, with that rejection, I believe that you need someone to talk to. You need someone that
Yeah.
you could trust to like vent to or to
Yeah.
confide to, right? To ask for support. To,
Right.
first off, you have to pray for your
Hmm.
heart, pray for your mind,
Yes.
pray for peace, because it's not easy to
Nope.
have that rejection. And it's not going to be a 1 week thing, a 1 day
No,
thing.
not at all.
It it could be years, but
Hmm.
it is in your heart that you could. It's up to you if you're gonna bottle that in or let it go.
Go.
Connecting
Yep.
to the last episode, right?
Yeah.
And so
It's
with
true.
something that catastrophic or like with a hardship and adversities,
Hmm.
you need community. You need someone to vent to or to share your life to. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Right. I
Yeah.
totally agree. And like, yeah, for sure. And sorry, just going a little bit back to where I was saying about that high school thing and for the young children out there. It's okay because you know some people like to be in certain groups with certain people. It's okay if that certain clique does not want you around, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because what I'm basically trying to say is like, yes, you may feel rejected from those who are out there, but you never know what kind of situation you're going to put yourself into,
Yeah.
right? So you
Yeah.
want to just make sure like if you want to be with that group and you say like, okay, I want to be with them, and you try everything and they reject you, go with the flow of rejection.
And
Yeah,
it doesn't just apply with high schoolers,
yeah,
even for adults. You can
that's
feel it.
true,
You can
that's
feel it.
true actually, yeah.
You can feel the vibe of other people if they want you there or if they want to be talking to you.
Yes,
Because I can see your face. This is
yes.
relatable. You
It's
know what
so
I mean?
true.
It's everywhere. Like,
Everywhere, you're right. Yeah,
I want to say it's anyone really,
yeah,
even in social media, you could feel the vibe. So it's up to you whether you want to accept them as
right.
follows or
That's true.
to actually kind of saturate, or what do you call that? Um, like you have to like, what do
Hmm.
you call that?
Sorry, I wish
Yeah.
I can.
No, you have to like pinpoint and
Hmm.
like pick who really is like
Yes,
the ones that like are true or that would
right.
actually like support you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah. Like I was even like I was even thinking about that. You're so right. And like
Mhm.
that's the thing with I like that you brought up the vibes thing because that is something that's really like powerful, right? I was talking to my god sister the other day and we that's what
Mhm.
we're talking about, people's energy. like the energy that they give off, right? Because like
Yes.
energy is such a thing. Like it can give you power or it can give you like exhaustion.
Mhm.
So like talking about the workplace, like for me personally, like I know who I am, and I
Mhm.
specifically try to stay away from a certain group.
Yeah.
They have their cliques at work, and I don't
Respect.
feel away.
Yeah.
Right? I don't feel away. Like, some people coming into my workplace new will be like, oh my gosh, they're so cool. I want to be with them. I want to be with them. You know what I'm saying? But it's right. It's all about energy thing. And I don't feel no rejection whatsoever when they're in
Mhm.
their little groups doing
Mhm.
I don't feel rejected at all. I'm
Because
in
you
my
don't
own
care. It's like,
headspace.
okay.
Exactly. So there's no
Mhm.
rejection there. People from the outside looking in though would be like, okay, that girl's by herself, whatever. But no, because sometimes isolating yourself from that kind of negativity
Yes. Yes.
gives you a peace of mind.
Yeah. You have to
Somewhat,
take
right?
time to be, you have to
Yeah.
take time to be alone. You have to give
Yeah.
yourself a little time,
Yes.
um, and lean in to actually like
Hmm.
study, evaluate, reflect,
Yeah.
and take a break from people. If you
Yes.
feel, yeah,
Amen.
if you feel like you've had enough of that person or a
Yes.
certain individual or
Right.
group, it's okay to
Yeah.
just like, be out of social media. Like for you,
Yes.
I think you're off for like the
I was like
longest
for
time.
3 months, and I haven't been back.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Wow, that's big, right?
yeah, and I didn't
And
miss it like at
it's
all.
that means it's liberating. It's like
Yes.
you're gonna be like more productive in a
Hmm.
way.
Yeah.
With me, with my social media, I
Yeah.
turn off all my notifications, so it's all up to
Same.
me
Yeah.
if I want to actually connect with people,
Yeah.
because they have my number anyways if they really need me,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly.
Like for me, I think with w- my mom's just laughing in the back.
It's all good.
Yeah, like talking about, okay,
Hmm.
going back to community, it is
Hmm.
what it is. It is what it is. Like with rejection that has happened,
Hmm.
but you always have to have supportive people,
Yes.
right? Because
Exactly.
after rejection, the
Hmm.
initial hurt, it's what we were talking about.
Yeah.
It's like now you have that reflection. Now you have um, a lesson.
Hmm.
Now it's a learning experience,
Yes.
right? And it's
Hmm.
all about taking risks. So it's up to
Exactly.
you if you want to put yourself out there again, because
Right.
now you'll be stronger and you'd be able to say, "Oh, I handled that. I
Right.
handled that. God, thank you,
Hmm.
God. Thanks to my friends that I handled that
Yes.
perfectly with grace."
Yes. Amen to that.
Right? It
Yeah.
is a part of, as I was saying,
Yeah.
rejection is part of our life experience, but it
Hmm.
doesn't
Hmm.
define the person. If it doesn't define us,
Hmm.
right?
It
We got
doesn't.
lots to offer,
Hmm.
sister.
Hmm. Yes,
You know what
girl.
I
And it
mean?
just gives us strength and empowerment to do better.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Yeah, I want to read to you um, quotes
Yes.
actually. Um, oh, rejection is a part of life.
Hmm.
Just learn to deal with it and keep moving,
Yep.
right? Keep
Exactly.
moving,
Keep it
let go.
moving.
You
Yeah.
know, we want to say forgive,
Hmm.
forget,
Exactly.
in time with
Hmm.
love,
Yes.
right? And then it
Definitely.
says here, um, rejection doesn't mean you aren't good enough.
Hmm.
It means the other person failed to notice what you have to offer.
Touche. I love
What
that.
can you say about
That
that?
one is amazing. That just says it all.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's rejection in a nutshell.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
in conclusion, what do you want to share as your like parting words?
So, like, okay, to refer back to what I was saying earlier, even though rejection hurts like crazy, right? It can also be a learning experience, and it just will give us such positivity in the end, right?
Yep.
The negative can turn into a positive right quick. And you know what I would also say is just like try to seek the will and the purpose for your life first, right? So you know exactly where you're supposed to go, kind of thing, to beat around the bush of rejection. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because what doesn't kill you makes you stronger
Stronger.
in a
Yeah,
way. With rejection, it's
exactly.
I think it's the fear. A lot of people,
Mm-hmm.
when I ask them, what's your biggest weakness? I
Mm-hmm.
remember my friends would say rejection.
Yes.
And I get it,
Girl, you want to
right?
know what my biggest my biggest fear is?
What?
Spiders.
Stop it.
I'm joking. Okay, continue. I just had to say that.
But
Sorry,
yeah,
continue.
but
Sorry.
yeah, and yeah, it makes us
Yeah.
stronger. It makes us stronger
Mm-hmm.
physically,
Yes.
emotionally. Our heart gets
Mentally.
tougher mentally, and
Mm-hmm.
now we can add spiritually because
Yes.
with with um with with our pressing on to God,
Mm-hmm.
not just with the thanksgiving, now we can talk to him about our feelings, about
Yeah.
what what we are experiencing, and
Right.
then it will open up a new chapter of like building a stronger relationship with
Right.
the Lord, right?
Exactly.
So I love that we ended in a positive note.
Mm-hmm.
um, that I hope that we learn
Mm-hmm.
to accept defeat, accept rejection
Mm-hmm.
gracefully
Yes.
with prayer,
Mm-hmm.
with prayer, and
Exactly.
willingness to abide by God's will.
Yes.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing. All right, guys. Thank you
So
guys so much for joining us.
yes, we hope to see you again next week. See ya.
Perfect. Bye, guys.